Jeez. There's been a problem.
Actually, into the microphone.
There's a problem. Here's what happens.
Yeah, what does happen?
Every now and then things happen on stage because it's so loose and so improvisational that things will happen, and you'll get off the stage and think, well, that probably was a mistake.
Yeah. So, for instance, when Rich was minding giving me a blowjob.
That's exactly. I was going to say simulating fellatio. Sure. Minding a blowjob.
True story, did happen. Might have been here. I don't know where it was.
It was on stage.
I was here. I'll never forget.
It seemed like a great idea in the moment. And the second I got off stage.
There's a lot of those little examples where you do things just because you feel so free, and you feel like this is such an accepting environment, and people aren't going to judge you. Well, that's not true. They are judging you, and it's not cool to get up on stage in front of a bunch of children and pretend you're blowing each other.
Yeah. So there's one takeaway.
Lesson learned.
Yeah. There's a takeaway. Don't do that.
You know the old saying, "Blow me once, shame on you. Blow me twice." There is really a lesson for the kids watching home and the authorities.
You did it again, by the way, guys. You did it again.
Yeah, why'd you rope me into this theater panel? Answer her questions. We can move on from this. Or
can we have a different question that starts with something flattering? Not from you?
So at VerCon at the meet and greet, you told me that we're not a product of our past, and that really got to me. And I was just wondering, at what point in time did you come to that conviction? Like, at what point in your life did you decide that that wasn't true, that we're not?
You have to come to that.
God, that's a great question. I was listening to a story on the radio the other day about a guy who had grown up as a child soldier in Africa, and now he lives in New York, and he's incredibly well-adjusted and thoughtful, but he had gone through the single most horrific experience that you can imagine. He was kidnapped and forced to be a child soldier, and so obviously that shapes who he was, but at the same time he managed to transcend it, you know, so I think that there's some sort of transcendence that happens. We are certainly shaped by everything that happens to us, you know. When Rich pretended to fellatiate me, that will forever slightly alter the trajectory of my life, but I don't let it define me.
Really? Because that's how I define you.
I don't know. I don't think that there was a specific time when I came to that particular realization, but I think it's definitely true. We can move past things. Hopefully, I'm hoping to.
With it, you know, God willing, the creek don't rise, and the therapy pays off. I will somehow erase that moment. Or my children will find it on the web. One of the two.
They will find it. That's something also, a sidebar that I do think about, is like when the kids grow up, they're going to see this.
Not okay. It's not right. This is the most depressing panel I've ever been. Shoot me now. Here he goes down. He's going to get near her. There could be love in the panel.
Maybe I should give Rich a hug and then I was like,
nope. Ladies and gentlemen, Misha Collins.